does around every Super Bowl. Obviously, the Super Bowl is a tough event to get a ticket to, but everybody in our region hopefully has been touched in some way by some of our community outreach programs, and this is an unbelievable program. We have to really recognize and celebrate the fact that Rebuilding Together is celebrating their 19th year in a partnership with the NFL. And to tell you a lot more about the program, I'll introduce their director here, Charlie Szymanski. Charlie?
Thank you, Rich. Thank you, everybody, for braving the weather and coming out on this actually beautifully mild day as the weather transitions here. And we are thrilled, Rebuilding Together, to join with so many partners in this community to welcome back Christina and Rob and the family back into this house and to finally get them back where they belong. We're particularly thrilled to be today with the governor and the First Lady. Nobody shows their support for these communities better than this family, and I say family because they consider themselves part of this family. Rich mentioned it for 19 years. The Rebuilding Together family and then the NFL family have partnered together around the Super Bowl. We've been in cities such as Indianapolis, New Orleans. We'll be in Phoenix next year. 13 different homes that we're working on, welcoming 13 different families back. We couldn't do that without partnership. And as you can see from all the red vests around you, partners like Lowe's are critical. Lowe's has invested give it up for Lowe's, more than $9 million in our programs together over the years. CBRE is a partner. The NFL is a partner. Carter's Kids and Carter Osterhaus, Carter's behind us, built a playground right behind you. Playgrounds all over the country, thanks to Carter's Kids and Carter Osterhaus, are huge support from us, for us, I should say, from the American Red Cross, who has given this program $2 million and helped us with 270 homes throughout this community with 4,500 volunteers. But more than anything, I want to mention the Hurricane Sandy, New Jersey Relief Fund, the great work of the First Lady and the work that they've done to support on this program. And with that, it's my honor to introduce the First Lady of this great state of New Jersey, Mary Pat Christie.
Thank you, Charlie. And it is a thrill to actually see all those phone calls really make a difference. And when Hurricane Sandy hit, I really didn't know much about the nonprofit world, but I knew we had to do something. So with that, we started the Hurricane Sandy Relief Fund, and I'm thrilled to say that we've raised almost $40 million. And listen, when we were trying to make an impact quickly, we came to Bergen County because, one, you were incredibly organized up here, and two, Rebuilding Together, a national organization that came to Bergen County, was one of our first grantees. So we gave them $345,000, and with that, I believe they've rebuilt 13 homes in this specific area. So I thank you for that. It's a thrill to come full circle and meet people like Chris and Rob and Donovan, and to actually move them into their new home. And in time for Super Bowl, I think that's fitting, right? It's just a really great culmination. So it's an honor to do these things in New Jersey. It really is for me. And I promise also that we will keep working hard at the Relief Fund to not only raise money, but make sure we're spending it wisely. We've granted over $27 million so far, and we're granting it out wisely and making those dollars productive. So with that, I wanted to introduce my husband, the governor of the great state of New Jersey, Christie.
All right. Well, listen, today's about all the people who've helped, the Snowflake Foundation and the folks at the Super Bowl and the NFL. Been amazing. Rebuilding Together is extraordinary. Lowe's has done tremendous things across the state. Mary Pat and I have spent a lot of time with them over the last 15 months. And Bob's Stores, thanks for bringing the furniture. We appreciate it. All these folks are tremendous partners in this effort. But who we're really here for today is Rob and Chris and their family. They are the faces of Sandy. And, there's all kinds of conversation all the time over the last 15 months about what we're doing and how we're doing it. Is it going quick enough? It isn't. It never goes quickly enough. And I was listening to Secretary Donovan, it was either yesterday or the day before, talk about what we've been talking about right from the beginning. This is going to be the slowest, hardest part. Imagine that 356,000 homes in New Jersey were significantly damaged or destroyed. Now, some of you walked in here to Rob and Christina's home. Imagine the effort that went in just to get them back and get their first floor back for them, and multiply that times all the people who need help. 365,000 across our state. Rebuilding, where we said there was 3 phases to this, right? There was restore, renew, and rebuild. And rebuild was always going to be the longest and toughest part, but it's also the most gratifying part. So we walked in here today and see the smiles on their faces and the difference that it makes to a family to have their home again. That's what this is all about. And so I've said over and over again to folks that this is my mission. Now, I ran for a second term predominantly for this because it was a job that was unfinished. None of us asked for this to happen in October of 2012. None of us asked to have this burden on our state. But we came together, all of us, to make sure that we try to help folks like these folks. I mean, that's what this is really all about. And so there'll be frustrations along the way. There have been, there'll continue to be. There'll be folks who do their jobs well and folks who do their jobs poorly. The ones who do their jobs well, we'll pat them on the back. The ones who do their jobs poorly, we'll kick them the hell out. I mean, you know, it's, but it's like, you know, it's just like everything else in life, okay? You have to deal with each problem as it comes up the way you deal with it in your families every day. And so, you know, I'm glad to be here. I want to thank the mayor. Where's the mayor? There he is. You know, the mayor's just done an amazing job standing up for the people of this community and making sure that we're paying attention to all the things that need to be done. I was telling Rob and Chris that I was just getting ready to walk out of the Emergency Operations Center on the night of October 29, 2012, thinking that, okay, the events of the day are over. Let me go get a